Once upon a time, in a peaceful village surrounded by lush green fields, lived a thoughtful boy named Leonide. Leonide loved spending time in his family's garden, where he would sketch the blooming flowers and the buzzing bees. He had a deep appreciation of nature's beauty and often wondered how everything grew so perfectly together. One evening, as the family gathered for their nightly story, their father shared a tale that caught Leonide's attention. In a distant land, his father began, there was a boy named Tobias. Tobias had a small garden, but he was impatient. He wanted his flowers to bloom overnight. He would plant the seeds and expect them to sprout by morning. When they didn't, he would dig them up, thinking something was wrong. Tobias. Leonide leaned in, curious. What happened to Tobias's garden? His father replied, his garden never grew. One day, an old gardener named Samuel visited Tobias. He told him about patience. The best things take time to grow, Samuel told Tobias. You must care for your garden with love, water it daily and patiently for it to bloom. Leonide smiled, understanding the lesson. He asked, did Tobias learn to be patient? Yes, his father nodded. Tobias listened to Samuel and started caring for his garden without rushing the process. Slowly the seeds sprouted and his garden became the most beautiful in the village. That night, Leonide lay in bed thinking about the story. He decided to apply the lesson of patience in his life, not just in the garden, but in everything he did. The next day, Leonide shared the story with his siblings. Leonora, Laurel, Elizabeth, and little Leroy listened eagerly. Inspired, they all decided to plant a special section in their family garden and take care of it together. As the days turned into weeks, they watered the plants, removed the weeds, and waited patiently. Even when they were eager to see the results, they remembered the story of Tobias and Samuel. One morning, to their delight, the first birds appeared. Leonide clapped his hands with joy. Look, our patience is paying off. Their mother beamed. Just like the garden, good things come when we wait patiently and nurture what we care about. That evening, as the family admired the blooming flowers, Leonide realized that patience wasn't just about waiting. It was about trusting that God's timing is perfect. He whispered a little prayer of thanks, grateful for the lesson he had learned. Patience is a virtue that allows us to trust in the process and God's perfect timing. When we wait with hope and care, beautiful things bloom in our lives, just like in a well-tended, watered garden. As the family went to bed that night, the garden outside seemed to glow softly under the moonlight, a symbol of their patience and love.